all that snow shoveling only for everything to melt naturally in no lickety-split time at all, and then create mush, a driveway mush, although it's not too bad up there. Anyway, so it all melted anyway, but that's the way of the snow. And so I don't have a snow shoveling workout, but what I do have is an apple tree pruning workout beginning now. Okay, so I'm giving the GoPro another shot. We'll see. I'm not sure what the audio is going to be like. I'm just giving this another shot. I've been using my iPhone, having good luck with that. The problem is when I use an iPhone, I can't listen to podcasts and stuff, which I like to do. I am a little disappointed because my first day of pruning, I used the GoPro, and as predicted, the audio pickup was not good in the least. So I'm going to put that video on just because it's my first day. Audio stinks though, so I think what I'll do is probably speed it up so you can just kind of get a sense of the work I did and not have the audio portion. So, and then I got to figure out a mic. Too bad about the audio quality on this, but my basic point was, I guess my little mini explanation is that I'm doing some experimentation. I'm new to this, so these first trees that I'm pruning, I'm going to do pretty like a lot of pruning it down to some bare some sole limbs that I learned from one of the YouTube videos, and then since we have so many trees, I can cut my teeth, so to speak, on these first few trees and sort of learn how the tools work, and then move on. And as I do more, I'll get hopefully more refined, watch more videos, learn more. And so these are sort of towards the back of one of the patches anyway, so not too visible, and do some extreme pruning here, and then future pruning won't be quite so severe as these. hold up. I'm out here pruning trees, right? And picking sticks up on the ground. This isn't a stick. This looks like a tusk. What? I have no idea. I am going to try to find out what this is and why it was in my apple trees, on the ground between my apple trees. All right, let's see how we did. Feels a little weird to chop these down so much. So I think the next round I'm gonna go for some that I'm gonna do sort of lightly so I can, like, I don't know, feel a little better about it, so to speak. And yeah, that'll be my next round. But we can take a look back here of the growing brush pile. Another thing I can do is, like, there are downed areas, like right there. Like, I can go through and just get rid of the downed ones too. Of course, that's always an option. But anyway, let's take a look at this brush pile. It's getting a little I like to say, like, overwhelming. Let's get the whole view here. I don't even know if you can tell, like, but there's a lot going on there. Oh my gosh. So at some point that's got to be dealt with. It's ridiculous. Oh man, what a mess. Well, at some point what I need to do is come back here with the mini chainsaw itself and, like, you know, trim a bunch down, like, consolidate it, because there's so much space in there. Anyway, but other fun things that more seasoned people probably would not be too happy about are, there's a little, I think, field mouse situation here. I saw a little scurry area, and then I found, like, back there, like that tree right in the middle there, you can see kind of that little anyway, where there's like a little turn in the trunk, there's a little hole, there's a little chipmunk in there. Anyway, this is it for this morning. It's time for lunch, so I'm gonna pull the stuff back and do more another time. So sorry about the audio being a little too quiet in previous videos. I need to look into, I guess, little mics so you can hear me better. So I will try to speak up. I've been watching a few more pruning how-to videos since I did the last tree, and it looks like I may have been doing a lot wrong, but I have a lot of trees to practice with. So I'm gonna do this one next for starters today, and then hopefully get through quite a few trees today and video some of them. I was reading the Munising Beacon yesterday, great source of information, and it warned about black bears waking up after hibernating, and it gave some tips about not attracting them, etc. So I'm like, I don't know the first thing about an irritated black bear waking up from its deep sleep. So I'm just gonna try to not attract them. So even though my compost pile is right over there. Anyway, I'm gonna get started. I turned on my fitness tracker, so Be interesting to see if this burns calories, etc. More to come. In the winter time, I get a lot of sores on my hand if it's dry anyway, but the yard work has me with a few additional scratches, and I got a sliver that I took out. So I'm gonna go ahead and liquid bandage it up. You know how it is. Just gotta, it stings a little bit. Cover this stuff up. It's dry around the nails, cracks. Touch that up. That should be good.
Sometimes you forget where they are by the time you put this stuff on. Sliver one was no joke. The sliver one was no joke. Good to go.
Good morning. There is a lot of pruning to do today. I'm not going to record the whole thing of it because I feel like you got a good taste of it yesterday, but I will show you the future kindling pile that came out of yesterday's work. I don't know if you call it bucking when it's just twigs, but I bucked the limbs and stuff from yesterday. That's not ready to burn, that's all fresh. And then this stuff is older stuff ready to burn, so I'm thinking later today, if conditions permit, we may have a little fire. Some of that dry stuff, small fire. And then, so today, one reason I turned the camera on this morning is because it's such a beautiful morning here. And you can see it's sunny. The apple trees are looking inviting for pruning. Today, I think my focus is going to be on some of the dead limbs that are already down to get those out of the way. I don't know, just because they have seemed so, they're around and they just seem so easy to get done. And I think maybe clearing some of that will give me some perspective on the rest of the work that needs to be done, which is substantial because this just goes on and on and on. Yeah, so I don't see any deer out here this morning. I don't see any black bears. Just scanning the area. Some cute birdies. You heard that? It's our little robin. And so, time to get to work. Just plenty to be done. So I'm almost done for today. I have one more tree I want to do today in this little patch of the yard over here. I did that one, I did that one, and I did the one behind that one, and then I still want to take care of this one. I may have taken off more than the suggested. I guess the suggested is like 25% per year. I don't know, so that you don't get crazy growth after that. And then next year I could whatever, but it looks like I did more than 25%, at least on 2 of these 3. I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to show this part of my retirement exercise. So far today, I've been out here for 2 hours and 51 minutes, and active calorie burn is 628. I mean, that's not bad. I took a little break to help Mom inside. So that's that. One more to go today. I should do a before and after. So for today, here is this before, essentially. What I'd really like to do on this one is make it shorter, because would I ever get way up there to get the apples? No idea. So I'm gonna take a stab at a big middle chunk that makes this tree very high and see how and get the dead stuff off this one. I think that's where this one's gonna be today. See, I don't know, I'm making this stuff up as I go along. Yeah. Good news. Somebody went to town on the bird seed. Probably deer, because these are still here. And it doesn't seem like the deer are partaking of the covered ones. Nobody is yet. And also in the good news department, I cleaned this area up a little bit. And look who came up. pretty fun. I don't know who they are, but we'll see as long as they don't freeze over completely. So this would be an exciting area. I am not a gardener, as you know, so when I clean this up, I was like, am I going to disturb things that need the insulation? Or am I giving stuff room to breathe because it hadn't been cleaned up at the end of last growing season? So I'm glad to see some life after the cleanup. We will return to this area once those hopefully bloom. Of course, the battery's running out for this major one, so I don't think it's going to make it through with this charge. I'll recharge it and come and finish that limb. Now, where were we? It's not as tall now. Uneven ground. There we go. There we are. Is it? This one's a little heavier than the others. Gonna have to chop it into bits to move it over to the pile, but I'm gonna trim that down a little bit more. But now I got that big tall piece out, so I'm happy that this is gonna be a more manageable size. Here's a better after shot of this work that I did. You had the before, and that's the one I took the big branch off on the top, and then I took off the piece that was laying down, and then a dead chunk. So I'm hoping this does okay during the growing season. And so these are 4 trees that I took care of yesterday, and then across the yard I got rid of a few other dead limbs that were hanging around. So that happened. This, oh my gosh, this, what do you call it, brush pile is just, it's a monster that has a life of its own now. So Gary and I talked, and we're gonna have to do a wood chipper at some point, because it's just, there's no way we could burn through it all. It's just gonna attract insects and such. So, and then I'm gonna start over here today. I'm just gonna do a little bit today. I feel like you've probably been watching enough video of pruning in action. It's probably maybe not interesting at this point in the video, so I'll just point out where I think I'm gonna be today. So in one of the videos, I had taken care of a couple of trees over here that I'm pretty happy about. These were a lot thicker before I got to them. Now they're looking pretty good. And so I'm going to turn my attention to this little grouping right here that's probably growing from the same root structure, at least those parts, and thin these out today. So if I remember to get an after, I'll just do a little after, after. This is the cleaning and oiling of the tools.
ready to go.
That's it for the week. We had some really beautiful days, really lucky for that. And I continue to learn as we take care of these apples in the yard, and look forward to seeing you in the next video.